aguas? Let's go around the aguas. Okay, which way? Agua. We're the Bryles. 5 months ago, we sold everything to set out on a new and exciting way of life. We don't have experience with any of these things and wanted to show you firsthand what that process looks like. We hope for anyone on the fence that has an exciting or bold idea to just go for it because life is too short. We just started, so you get a front row seat to an epic adventure or epic struggle.
What's going on?
I don't know, it says there's propane in the air. I saw that we're empty and we had like half a tank a day or two ago.
Oh geez.
Last week we let the world know why we're doing this and what brings us joy in the process. We also shared how we lost so much film due to unfortunate events, but we still want to bring to life our crazy experiences and learn lessons.
When something just like becomes a part of your life, a part of your routine, it feels really foreign to let it go, even though you know you're letting it go for a good reason.
The last day we were in there, when you're walking through each of the rooms and you're turning out the lights, it doesn't feel real. We weren't there forever. We were there for 4 years, but it's really where we became a family. You can't help go through each room and you see like a little replay slideshow of you doing all these things and making all these memories, and symbolically was super tough to let go. And speaking of symbols, actually,
we stole something.
Yeah. If you're in the house currently,
sorry.
Yeah. In Everest's room, on his fan, he had these two little dangling pulleys where you'd pull the fan or the light. And every night before bed, that was kind of his little ritual, is he would kind of play with them and push them around.
From newborn until the day we left, like we would hold him up to those little dangly things when he was newborn, and he would stare at them, and then eventually he could pull them himself. So
yeah, and I was alone going through the house for the last time, and I remember just looking at him. And
he snatched him.
Well, Blake and I pretty much cried the whole way here. We're at the title company, about to give up the house. I have to stop talking about it or I'm gonna cry again. Effie has no opinions because he has no idea what's going on. Yeah, exciting, but also really a hard day.
Up until that point, we were like, okay, maybe we don't do this, maybe we do Airbnb, or maybe we just have tenants, but then that day came and we went and we signed, and it was really, really hard. I mean, it wasn't like, oh yeah, let's just sell this and go. It took a lot, emotionally and physically, and
that's kind of who we are. For some, selling a house, it can be transactional, and that's okay. We kind of, even though it's just like a physical structure, we just kind of weaved our hearts into it.
Yeah, we go all in
to
with friends.
Yeah.
Now we're transitioning and doing that same thing and fiercely loving and dedicating ourselves to this part of our journey and this part of our life.
And that's what we want you guys to get from us, is that we're gonna be in it full throttle, and we're going to absolutely slap ourselves in the face on some things.
Yeah.
And we're also absolutely going to have experiences that we know are going to stay with us forever.
Whoa, cowboy. Hey, cowboy. Don't.
Some people have asked us, oh my gosh, how are you guys doing the move with a toddler, with 3 dogs? From a huge house to an RV, I'm gonna put you on something. It's called free babysitting. Free free babysitting looks like chocolate milk and airplane videos, in case you were wondering. Don't mind the mess.
We wanted to be cerebral about a decision that was made kind of with our hearts and with our emotions, as well as, you know, like work out all the logistics.
Selling the house was definitely the toughest decision because the market was just so hot, you know, coming into last spring. We thought about maybe do we do like the Airbnb thing, you know, while we take off for a little bit, do we rent it out long term? And just because things are so unpredictable and we have no idea where the market is going, we've never been like rental owners before, and maybe we would have been over our heads if we had tried to do so much at once.
It was just too many new things at the same time that were unpredictable.
Yeah. We're now at new lifestyle, new work, child on the way. Things were stacking up, so maybe we thought landlords wasn't the last thing we wanted to add to our resume. So we decided to sell the house, and that really tangibly is what became the kind of spin cycle for the summer for us, where we started to see things packing up. The thing that took so long was getting the thing ready to sell. Sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Honestly, if Coke wants to sponsor me, please.
Oh, there are so many little things. I don't care if your house is built in 2020 or 1905. The fourth law of physics says things go wrong on your house, or there's little cosmetics that you have to fix up.
I think the house was mad at us.
Yeah,
It started
for sure.
rebelling there right at the end.
One of them was our dishwasher. It was pretty much a new Samsung dishwasher, and we put in this like brand new flooring, and then out of the blue there's a puddle of water under it. You know, like the pump wasn't working or whatever. I was going on YouTube, I ripped the thing out, had it undone, had it like in pieces, there were like tubes everywhere.
The kitchen was just such a mess. There was like dishwasher parts everywhere. I was like, we're done.
I sensed she was fine. You know, she was good. And so I
will admit, I was wrong.
I actually put the little like tube of the dishwasher to drain into the sink, and everything executed well. Hooked it all back up, put it down in the drain line, and what do you know, another puddle. It took probably 2 weeks of convincing me to give up, but I did. And I put her on the curb, and she was viciously smashed.
She got picked up by full trash.
And I watched outside of my window, super sad and defeat that I couldn't save her. And it turns out that my own stupidity is what caused her death. So we replaced, another thing that went out was our garbage disposal in the sink. Pro DIY tip of the day is when you replace those, there's a little cap inside where the drain pipe is that you have to take out, then hook it up. And so it doesn't block everything that goes inside of it, i.e. the dishwasher water. Lessons learned. And there are many, many, many of those that I have learned personally in endeavoring things that go out on the bus while we're on the road.
Yeah, DIY stuff is no joke.
But we had to wrap up a lot of stuff in a very short matter of time.
That's actually how Blake found out that I was pregnant. He was installing a transition strip from the floor into the closet, and I was upstairs secretly taking a pregnancy test because I did not feel well at all. And I was like, we're supposed to be like packing and moving, and like, I'm not feeling good. Like, what is going on? Like, I'm just gonna take this old pregnancy test I have from when we were doing infertility. Was upstairs taking the test, and he's working in the closet, so I hand the test to Everest, and I was like, go give this to Daddy. And he gave it to Blake, and then Blake popped out of the closet like totally shocked. Go give this to Daddy. Go give it to Daddy.
What is that? Wait, what? Are you serious? Are you kidding? Oh my gosh.
I have no idea how.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
I literally had so much anxiety today.
Saw those little 2 lines and could not believe it.
And we already had the bus, so it was way too late to back out.
We had gotten the bus, I think, like 5 days prior to this.
Yeah, we literally had gotten back in town the weekend before. We had that week to
Get the house ready to
finish,
live.
to finish the stuff in the house. And then our very first showing for the house was that weekend. So it was like one thing after the next. I mean, if you guys would have seen us during that time, it was like every night we would lay down and we'd be like, what the heck are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
And many people would say like, oh wow, doesn't that kind of ruin your upcoming plans of all these big changes that you're gonna make? If you have known the journey that we've been through, and especially Aleja, fertility wise, this was a miracle to us. We had lost one prior. We had spent years, she was taking hormones and everything, and it was just, as you know, as many of you watching this can relate to how brutal it can get. To know that this one just came as kind of a surprise was the best news we could ever have.
Wait, what?
I'm currently eating lime with salt as my afternoon snack. I can't let myself get too hungry and I can't let myself get too full, otherwise I puke. So cheers to this baby.
Shout out to my family and our friends for bringing us meals while we were trying to like pack up and move, and my family for essentially being the muscle during the move.
Since we were downsizing and we don't know the timeline of being back in a stationary house.
And the purpose was also letting go of things.
Yeah, we wanted to, like Aleja said in our last video, we wanted to sell our stuff, minimalize, is that a word?
Minimize?
Minimize.
Be minimalist? Whatever.
Yeah, we wanted to be more minimal. We decided to sell a bunch of stuff, and then there's also some stuff where it's like, you know, we could stick in a storage unit somewhere, and Aleja's like, no bigger than a 10 by 10. That'll be our limit. Whatever else doesn't fit, then it'll have to find a home somewhere. We got the 10 by 10 up in Bonham, Texas, and I don't know how they measure stuff up in Bonham. Maybe they have a different yardstick up there.
I guess.
We measured it and it was not a 10 by 10.
It was like 8 by 8 on a good day.
The day we had our main move, Mike, myself.
Mike is my dad.
Yep. Oh, you'll hear about him a lot. He and a friend, Oscar, came up with me to help get the stuff in.
He's my uncle's ex-wife's new husband.
We'll put up like a Aleja's family tree one of these days. So.
I'm Colombian, guys. There's like 1,000 people.
Our U-Haul was a 15 by 10. And we're fitting this into a 10 by 10.
We didn't really think that through.
It's like hopeful math that doesn't work.
Why would they change math? Math is math.
okay,
Math
Dad.
is math.
And when we got there, I already elected Mike. He is the decider of where all things go. Oscar and I said, nope, Mike is going to do this. And sure enough, he defied the laws of physics and math. And to the very, very brim, you'll be able to see a picture of that door. He fit everything. He gets a bunch of applause on this video.
It'll be an interesting day whenever we go and get stuff or have to empty out that unit.
Might be a while. And coming up, after we sold the house, we had 2 weeks. 2 weeks to get the bus ready. And like Aleja mentioned earlier, we wanted to put an entire solar system on it. We wanted to do a bunch of stuff on the inside.
Going from 3,000 square feet to 400 square feet, I mean, we were in over our heads thinking that we could have done it in 2 weeks.
Absolutely. And we are constantly in over our heads. We love it. Sometimes hate it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope that you guys enjoyed listening to us have like a therapy session about selling our house and hearing how that all went down. And Everest is asking for a cookie, so we gotta go. Thanks for watching. We will see you next week.